Hey, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of Game and Interactive Media Design. Kind of walking you through your very first, very simple animation that you don't really want anyone to interact with, and so we're not having any complicated animation blueprints or blends. This is just, we have a project due soon, we gotta put an animation in there, gotta have this boy running down and leading this person, leading the player on to the next place. Alright. So what I wanted to show was, first of all, this really complicated, or it's not terribly complicated actually, but this thing that's a little more complicated than I wanted it to be. Okay, let me just show you what's going on. The first thing we do when we hit the trigger is it's going to set the relative rotation of the mesh. The mesh is the little boy. Well, what does it do? How does it rotate it? Number one, it's going to grab the actual rotation of the capsule, like its self. And it's going to get the relative rotation, so that's its XYZ. Well, it's going to break that into axes, XYZ. There's multiple ways of talking about rotation. You could do pitch, yaw, and the other one. Pitch, yaw, and the other one, okay? And you could also do it in XYZ axes. And so they're very different. I'm not going to go into why they're different right here because it's not my expertise, and I don't have that much time. What I'm going to do then is take the X and the Y of that, because you know what I want the Z value of? I want the Z rotation, which is which way its head turns, to the left or the right, let's say. That's your Z. I'm going to base the Z on the line that goes from location 1 to location 2. And that's how he's going to rotate, right? Which used to be rotating it in like... In this version, it would be like rotating it this way, right? He's going to point in that direction. That's just one rotational axis. And in the event graph, that's what it does this. It takes the location, gets unit direction from a vector. A vector is a location and actually a force, but whatever. And it's getting a rotation from that vector, and then I'm breaking that rotation into axes so that I can make a rotation from axis. Okay? Once I do that, I'm plugging that into that new rotation. I'm just doing that once. From there, I'm doing exactly what all of you know how to do, which is to go from a vector to another vector, and interpolated, and then setting its relative rotation. And again, just to see that, you see how he's pointing toward the rock there. I'm going to play this. I'm going to do this first puzzle. The thing happens, and then I'm going to... Whoa, there he goes! Okay, awesome. Now what do we do? Okay, the next thing we're going to do is really go from points 1 to points 2. Let's go ahead and kind of put this together. Into just a comment box, and we'll say this. First leg. I'm going to go ahead, select all of these, hit Command C, hit Command V, and I'm going to call this second leg. Alright. Now how are we going to go to the second leg? The second leg is when this animation is finished. It's going to go right. Remember, that's the run one. We're going to go to... Oh, set relative rotation. Alright, we're going to set the relative rotation of the mesh, and instead of going from location 1 to location 2, we're going to go from location 2 to location 3. It's going to get everything else is the same. This timeline should be similar. Yep, it's just called something different. Let's go ahead and rename this leg 2. And it's going to go lerp from not boy location 1. It's going to lerp from boy location 2 to boy location 3. And it's going to take that mesh along with it. And that should work too. Let's go ahead and compile that, save it. And let's try to chase the boy, see if we can catch him. Here we go. Let's try to get him. There he goes, there he goes, there he goes. Oh, he's going down. All right. Next, we're going to see if we can make him go that way, okay? Let's go ahead and slow him down a bit so we can actually catch him. Let's say... I'm going to slow this one down, actually, and make that 3 seconds, and just kind of zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Okay, fine. And set this time to 3. There. Now I can zoom out. Okay. Compile that, save it. And what I'm going... Yeah, let's go ahead and just see how that works. It's going to slow down. He is rotating a little weirdly. I don't really love it. Hopefully by the time he gets here, he's going to do another one, okay? While we're here, let's talk about refining this animation. So, I personally would rather not have this huge thing here. So what I'm going to do is actually bring this... I'm going to select all of this. Can I do this? No, I cannot. Nope, never mind. I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to go for my third leg. Again, when are we going to third leg? When we're finished with this. Go to set relative rotation. Change location 2 and location 3 to location 3 and location 4. Make rotation from axes. It does that. It plays this, and it's going to go from location 3 to location 4. And hopefully that will work. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Let's see. You gonna rotate? Oh, you're not rotating. I don't love that. Let's figure out why that is. I'm gonna pause this and figure out why he doesn't rotate. Alright, so what I did was something really dumb, and I hate that I did it, but you know what? It's only 3 of these animations, it's fine. What I did, I figured out the direction it should be pointing and set relative rotation with the mesh. I'm not even using all of this complicated stuff I thought I was supposed to use. Hey, life lesson. Sometimes what you do doesn't work. And I figured it out by going into my scene here and actually rotating the mesh to what I thought he should be rotated to, like figuring out the actual values in my details panel and plugging those values in. It's really dumb. I would never do this in a, if I had more time to really figure out what we're doing. So first I set the relative rotation of that mesh in here, and then I played the run animation. So, and then I did it a third time. Here it's 0. And in the third one, it's set to 302. So let's go ahead and see what that does. Let's play it. Pick up our cane. Play our animation here. And I'm going to run pretty fast to try to catch up with this dude. There he goes! There he goes! And then he turns right there. Yay! Alright. So that's, you don't want the player to like catch up with him. You actually just want to show a little bit. So let's go back into here, change those values of the animations to a 1-second animation. And I think that's going to be way too fast to, oops, where's my event graph? It's going to be way too fast to catch up with that kid. So I think this is going to be pretty good. And if it's too fast, maybe we'll set it to 2 seconds. I'm not sure. Alright. Yeah, we're just going along, la-di-da-di-da. Oh, kid, wait! Okay. So yeah, I might want to change that. I'm not going to do that in front of you because that's not what I'm here for. I'm just here for showing you what we could do with that. In the next video, I'm going to actually show you that we could potentially just migrate this really quickly into your updated one. Okay, bye.